everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we do have some great news in regards to Barcelona's financial position. Barcelona is getting very close to achieving the 1-1 rule, and the Nike deal with Barcelona does have its verbal agreement. Barcelona will be signing the players that they do want very soon. So I am so happy to report this. I cannot wait to explain everything in this video to you guys. And so let's get straight into it. We're also going to be talking about Szczęsny, who is Barcelona's brand new goalkeeper. Listen, I know that all of us are a little frustrated, depressed about what happened with Barcelona against Osasuna. The fact that we lost 4-2, I know it's embarrassing, it's frustrating, but let's cleanse ourselves. Let's rejuvenate ourselves. Let's be happy. Let's move forward. Let's not look back. It was a game where Barcelona were very unlucky. Yes, Hansi Flick did make a few mistakes in terms of rotations. Yes, it was probably not the best idea to be making rotations during a match against Osasuna. It could have been done before, but it is what it is. We learn from there and we move forward. Hansi Flick even explained, right, that he knows that he made mistakes, that the rotations was just too much, and that is what led towards Barcelona under-delivering against Osasuna. So again, let's cleanse ourselves. Let's be happy. We do have our next match against the Young Boys in about 2 days, and expect for Barcelona to field a very strong starting 11 that does include Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, Lewandowski, Balde, Koundé, Inigo Martinez, and Cubarsí. So let's first talk about Szczęsny, because it has been stated, according to Mateo Moreto, that Szczęsny will arrive in Barcelona tomorrow to sign his contract and be presented on Wednesday this week. La Liga has also given the approval to Barcelona to bring in Szczęsny. There should be no problems in terms of fitting Szczęsny onto the wage bill, because Ter Stegen has taken a step down and he is no longer going to be playing this season. That is what's going to allow for Szczęsny to fit into our wage bill with no problem. We're just basically replacing the goalkeeper. Now keep in mind, just because Szczęsny is going to be signing his contract with Barcelona tomorrow, which will be on Monday, that does not mean that he will be available for the match against Young Boys on Tuesday. He will not play at all. We have to remember that just because the goalkeeper is there does not mean that he is sportingly ready or physically ready, because he needs to understand how Hansi Flick wants to play. He needs to know the players. He needs to get fit himself. He has not really trained over the past few weeks, and it would be irresponsible for us to just push him into one of the games immediately and he does not know the game plan on how he just want to play with the Barcelona defense. There's a lot of tactics and concepts involved that Szczęsny is going to have to learn, and that is why most likely he will be making his debut after the international break. He will be training with Hansi Flick and the rest of the players during the international break and within these next 10 days. It's very likely that he'll make his debut against Sevilla, which will be held on October 20th and at Barcelona's stadium. So now let's move on towards the big news, because it does state here, according to Fernando Polo, that there is a verbal agreement reached between Nike and Barcelona. This will allow the club to enter the next window under the 1-1 rule, meaning that Barcelona can go into the 1-1 rule during the winter transfer window, which will be held in about 3 months. FC Barcelona is close to finalizing the deal with Nike, which includes improved terms and a significant financial boost exceeding 100 million euros annually. The verbal agreement is closed and is set to be formalized after a members' assembly on October 19th. Barcelona will also receive a renewal bonus to help comply with La Liga's 1-1 rule player registration. The new contract figures is already part of the 2024-2025 season budget. Negotiations have included Nike's desire to acquire a portion of Barcelona's licensing and merchandising, though no action has been taken on this yet. So that's very interesting. Look, we know that Barcelona have an agreement with Nike now, which means that Barcelona will be earning 100 million euros or a little bit more per year for the next 10 to 12 years, right? Because this contract is going to extend us until like 2035 or 2036. And in the first year, which will be happening this season, Barcelona will be injected an extra 100 million euros on top of already the 100 million euros that we are going to be receiving annually. So it's going to be around, let's just say, for example, 190 million euros to 210 million euros that we will be receiving from Nike in the next couple of months. We know that, right? We have been talking about that all year. But here's what gets very interesting. We have never heard that Nike wants to acquire a portion of BLM. That was never in the negotiations, or at the very least, we never heard this piece of news. This could possibly explain the reason why it has been taking so long for Barcelona to complete the deal with Nike and why we could not complete it a month ago. It is because maybe Joan Laporta and the rest of the financial staff within this club have been looking for different ways to try and finalize this deal with even more money, to see what else they could potentially gain from this Nike deal. Now keep in mind, back on June 16th, 2022, I don't know if you guys remember that summer. That was like the lever summer where Barcelona were like pulling levers left and right to bring in Koundé, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Christensen, Kessié, you name it, right? Back on that summer, the assembly of club members already authorized the board to sell up to 49% of the BLM. They did not want to sell 100% of BLM, but just 49%. And till this day, that lever has yet to be activated. No one really bought 49% of BLM. BLM. But now 2 years later, we're seeing that the party that does want to buy a portion of BLM is coming from Nike. Nike is the company that wants to inject an extra amount of cash to Barcelona for the sale of BLM. That's insane. So expect the numbers to increase drastically. The final numbers that Nike is going to be doing with Barcelona is going to be insane, and I cannot wait to see how much exactly Barcelona will be benefiting from this deal and what Barcelona can do in the future. I know that there is going to be questions about whether Barcelona can sign big time players of around 110 to 120 million euros, like Erling Haaland, maybe Florian Wirtz, maybe Musiala, maybe Bastoni, who you name it, right? Any of these big time players. We don't know yet. I know that there's going to be questions. I even have questions, but we just don't know yet. We do not know what Barcelona are going to be able to do. We're going to have to wait and see. But let me tell you guys one thing for sure. I know for a fact that Joan Laporta is going to want to make one big star signing a year before the election year. Like for sure. I can tell you that. I can't really tell you whether Barcelona is going to be signing this player or that player. I have no idea because I'm not inside the club. I don't know their sporting ideas. We do not even know what Hansi Flick does want. And I'm pretty sure that it is too early in the season to analyze what is one of our weak spots. But as a matter of fact, let me change this into 2 points. Point number one, Joan Laporta is going to want to make one big signing to solidify his statement that he is the correct president to be renewed at the club for another 7 years, right? Because the election year is going to be happening in 2026 and he is going to need to make a big time world-class signing. Point number two, the fact that Barcelona wanted to strengthen their left wing position in the past summer with Nico Williams, I'm pretty sure that the plan is going to stay the same for the next upcoming 2 transfer windows, whether it's in the winter or in the summer. They're still going to be coming with the idea of trying to sign a left winger. They know that they need that. Right now, Rafinha has been doing an amazing job, but they know that they do need an extra player, which ultimately makes me believe that Barcelona will be searching for a world-class left winger. It could be Leao, it could be Musiala, maybe Florian Wirtz, who sometimes does play on the left wing position. Once again, I do not know, but 2 things are for sure. A world-class player will be signed, and point number 2, most likely it will be a left winger. So let me know in the comment sections down below, what do you see Barcelona doing once they do achieve the 1-1 rule? That is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Don't forget to like this video. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you did find some value and it did help you understand Barcelona's financial situation with Nike. Also, keep in mind, I do have a Discord group chat that you guys can join. There is going to be a link down below that is clickable. Just click on there, just put join, and then you'll be set. You can ask me anything. You can also join our community that is being managed by other members. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can talk about anything, not just FC Barcelona, but also about other teams like Man City, Bayern, whatever's going on in the world of football. Everything will be talked about in the Discord group chat. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.